So guys, today we had a very tepid listing, a very disappointing listing for LIC, and a lot of people who are investors of LIC, those who applied for IPO, I'm sure are very disappointed. So I thought, let me make one quick video about it and talk about the various aspects, the way I look at LIC as a stock now. So the first thing first, I will say that I myself am a little bit disappointed and surprised the way LIC has gotten listed, right? So I in fact was not expecting this kind of a listing, especially given the fact that today happened to be a very bullish day, right? So the way the market went up today, in terms of the sentiment, the market was very bullish. So I was at least expecting that even though there was a gap down, the gap down would get bought into by people at some point, but that did not happen. In fact, so much so that I myself was attempting a long trade on LIC in the morning, which for some reason in terms of the cash, I didn't have enough. So I had to just stick with my trades on Nifty and Bank Nifty. So I myself got a little bit surprised the way Street received LIC's IPO, right? That's point number one. The second point I will say is that LIC is not in the same league as Zomato or Paytm or Nykaa, right? It's a solid company with solid revenue, solid profitability. It's a leader in its own segment. So just because the listing has been disappointing doesn't mean that we should start comparing it with these, new age kind of stocks, right? So that will be a wrong thing to do. That will be an incorrect thing to do. The next point is that, we have seen in 2021 and even the year prior, where even the crappy of the companies, right? The companies we did not have any profitability used to get listed 20% premium, 30%, 40% premium, right? So as compared to that, LIC is definitely a much solid company. So the company is good, but the timing of listing of IPO is definitely not good, right? So you will see that most of the companies who come up with the IPOs, they come up in a bullish market, whereas currently the market sentiments are extremely bearish. We have been seeing FIIs selling non-stop, and and even people who are sitting on losses, they don't really have the appetite of buying anything new. So definitely that was one factor which went against LIC's listing. So that's why we should not be very surprised. Of course, it's disappointing, but we should not be surprised that it did not get the same kind of treatment as other companies got in a bullish market. Now, the last thing that I will say is that when a company has this kind of a tepid listing, one should not be in a hurry to buy it, right? Because it's very, very hard for anybody to say where the bottom of this stock is. Nobody can tell, because there are no support, there are no resistance. In fact, people who have been allocated the stock through IPO, they would be under pressure. So they most likely will keep creating selling pressure on the stock. So never be in a hurry to buy a stock, even though you like the fundamentals, even though you like the business. Wait for the stock to find a bottom, right? At some point of time, I don't know exactly when that will happen, the stock will definitely become lucrative in terms of valuations, and you will clearly see the buying will emerge. But up until then, it's a very bad idea to keep buying just because you believe that it's a cheap stock, right? And you have seen in so many different cases where a stock which has fallen 10%, 20% can even fall down 30, 40 or even 50%. So give it some time, right? Give it some time. I like the company. I like the stock. I believe that this is one of the, very, very robust businesses out there. And at some price, it will become lucrative when the sentiments will turn. But I will definitely not be in a hurry to buy it. And in fact, I will wait for the stock to cross the IPO price first before I will even think about investing in the company, right? So that is basically what I wanted to share with you guys. So I thought, let me just make a quick video about it.